Yeah, something like that. So let's check out this little wonder, the Moore pitch box. Yeah, so this I found as a recommendation from Jake Tanis, I think was his name. I'll link to his YouTube channel. It's really good. And it was a simple, wonderful tip. I mean, this little pitch box, as you can hear, it kind of gets a nice rendition of that 90s Van Halen sound in a cheap little pedal. It's set at -2 and detuned, and sort of gets that harmonizer effect for under $100. I bought mine from Best Buy, I think for $85 plus tax or something like that. Best Buy, if you can believe. Yeah, very cool. Simple to use. I grew up with Van Halen in the late 70s and the 80s, basically. I started listening to them 1980. So a little harder for me to make that transition into the Hagar, years. Not that I didn't like Hagar, I liked Hagar, but when Ed started playing a guitar like this and he started writing, you know, quite a bit more melodic, it was a little hard for my ear to get into because I was used to just the straight out, you know, lots of reverb, some delay, and just blasting over the top kind of tone. And but you know, I did realize over time that the eventide harmonizer kind of thing allowed him, you know, you can really hear how the notes end up sort of doubled. You know, so you can play sort of melodic single note runs without having to rush it and without having to, you know, Eddie was always like, he's always flying through single note runs. You know, it wasn't super pretty. He was very rock and roll, very, very wild, but you know, it wasn't always that melodic because single notes with only one guitar don't really come through all that well. It kind of thins out live, especially if you've got sort of a clean crunch on. So this sort of fills out the notes and allowed him to, I think, play a little more melodic-y. I mean, like, listen to Baclotherium. That's a good example of how he could sort of stretch out with his songwriting and even soloing to be a little more melodic because he had that sort of doubled effect of the harmonizer detuning thing going on. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It does get to be a bit much if you're sort of like... it's kind of a little bit hairy and wild. You can't really play in the traditional style, but it is nice for, you know, like, you know, it has a sort of a ringy, chimey sort of a sound to it. You can do a lot with it, like, and you hear that in Pound Cake and stuff like that on the For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge album. Anyway, yeah, so check it out. I think it's a great tip. You'll have a lot of fun with it, and you know, maybe get a little more into that era of Van Halen. Peace.